right, boys, we've arrived. Look at this thing. Should I give me a Corvette? I really like these Corvettes. Drop a monster crazy LS in it. Look at that. Where do you guys think we've arrived? Yep. We have arrived at the laboratory here with our boy Darden. So if you guys remember the Funko, this is the customer that brought in his Funko, was running horrible, and it's the one I inspected and just had sand everywhere. He didn't want to refresh it, didn't want to do anything to the motor. He wanted a new motor, new used motor. So we found him in LS1. Now, according to the guy that he bought it from, it is a built LS1 stroke to an LS3. It's got a cam in it. We did not get a cam card, so we don't know lift, we don't know duration, we don't know any of the specs of the cam really. So all we know is it runs, it drives, sounds good. I put a Holley Terminator X in it, and it's pretty much done and complete. He put, you know, the little goodies like the intake on there, did the Nick Williams throttle body. Nothing crazy, you know, too extreme. But, you know, I know they say, oh, these things self-tuning. You know, I don't really believe in that. It's just so much better if you bring it, you know, to a tuner. If you're not local, you know, take it wherever, you know, you can get it dyed. All right, boys, it's about to get loud in here. He's tuning now all the RPMs and checking everything still. So here it comes. Stay tuned. All right, guys, this was the first pull right here. Looks like it did 350 on the first pull, 340 foot-pounds of torque. That's pull number one. This is the final number right here that this thing made. 365 ponies and 354 foot-pounds of torque. Look at that nice line, very clean line. I like that. AFR was good. Everything was solid on this thing. Shout out to Darden again, always taking care of me. All right, you guys asking me, what's going on with the car? You got another car here. What are we doing to this one? Look at this thing. This is a beautiful piece of work right here. Look at this motor. Nice little Whipple on there. It's got a 4-liter Whipple. And what we're doing to this thing is, well, we are rewiring the car, putting a new Terminator X in it, putting a Switch Pros, getting rid of, I think the guy's Italian, because look at all this spaghetti he's got over here. Getting rid of all this spaghetti right here. Just spaghetti everywhere in this thing. Look at this. Oh my. And the dude got TV in the headrest. Look at that. I think, you know, he put him here. He might as well put him in the back too, you know, for the haters. You know, the hater vision. You got to put 2 TVs in the back for the hater vision. But this is an extreme car. Not like saying like, wow, this is really extreme, but that's the brand. It's an extreme car. And this thing, guys, well, I must say, if you buy one of these, boy, I would highly suggest you cut this panel right here. This is probably, out of all the vehicles I've worked on, this whole paneling has to be the worst idea or worst design ever. So if you want to work on this car, say like what we're doing right here, and you need to get into the back of the battery or under the seat to get to the battery, this is what you got to do. You got to pull the panel off, but to pull the panel off, you got to pull this whole damn front end, boom, out this way. This got to come off. This got to come off. This got to come off. That's got to come off. This whole thing, because these things you think you can, oh yeah, you can just loosen these up and boop, big pot thing. No, they don't just come right out. You got to literally take all this off, take the shock off. I mean, it was a nightmare. And then you got to do all that just to get this panel off. That's it. It's a crazy design. And I mean, this whole car, and a pretty big company wired this car and dynoed this car, told them. And this thing, when I got it, guys, this thing couldn't even start. It was like the thing wouldn't start at all. So we're gonna fix that, but right now we're gonna redo the wiring. So what we've done so far, we've just pretty much connected everything back here, almost connected. There's some stuff I like to change and, you know, just get it clean. See, like the injectors, see all these wires, we like them all loomed up. Now these injector wires, guys, and I explained this on my Instagram. If you're not following me on my Instagram, make sure you follow me at Eddie's Life. These though, they don't come with wire loom. I highly suggest you loom them. Well, just because they're bright colored wires, and why not loom them? You know, it only takes another 4 inches of loom. It looks really good, much cleaner that way. You know, all this has to get tucked in. This is gonna get tucked in. You can kind of see the color right there. So we like to keep everything as clean and as hidden as possible, not where there's just a huge ball of wire everywhere. Same goes for in here. All this is gonna be gone. This is all the old stuff. We're getting rid of all this. We're going to fix this. It looked like the seat has been rubbing right here. That's why this is coming apart. And then Nick, Genesis Detailing, the guy wants a detail. He's gonna come detail this thing up. But what we're doing is we got a dash, not a new dash. We're using his dash, but we are gonna fabricate all right, we're gonna tweak it a little bit because he's got a screen. Let me show you a screen. We got a screen. We got flags, 5150 flags that are going on this thing. We've got underglow, some Baja Design underglow lights going on this thing. This car is gonna look nice, guys. And I know some of you tell me, you know, no offense, Eddie, you're a little slow. I am, guys. I'll admit it. I'm a little slow. I treat it like it's my car. I take my time on it. Yes, I take a little longer, but I've noticed when I take my time and treat it like it's mine and take it a little slower, the customer at the end of the day will appreciate it. And I'm sure this customer at the end of the day, well, is the reason why he brought it to me, is he said he pretty much wants it wired like my car. He saw my car, saw how meticulous, how perfect I like everything, and that's how he wanted it. So that's how we're doing it. And like I told him, okay, just FYI, I can do all of this, but it's gonna take some time. You know, I am a little slow. I'm not gonna be as fast as like the shop that did this. I charged him a boatload of money. I gave it to him barely running and told him that, you know, well, I didn't even tell him about the wiring. They just hide it, you know, and the motor, you can tell the motor, the wiring. Now, it wasn't horrible, but there's a lot of changes I would have done. For the underglow lighting, this is what he's going with. These bad boys right here, Baja Design, amber. And his screen we're putting on is a Holly screen right here. I'll show you guys. Check this out. Boom, right here. And bam. There you go. So this is the 6.86 inch screen right here. They have the 12.2 inch also. This guy went with this one because, well, you don't want to sit. He doesn't want to go through a whole completely new dash. That was the problem I had with my car. My car, I went with the big screen, but I had to rebuild the whole new dash. So it starts getting pretty expensive now when you start getting into fabricating and stuff like that. These fabricators are not cheap. They're pretty pricey, but they do really good work. And for the people that are like, man, you just leaving your car outside, Eddie? No, guys. I'll show you. Right here. Bam! She's just in the enclosed, just making some room in the garage. But also stay tuned. I got some plans for this enclosed here. I want to kind of finish it, put some lights up here, because this thing's got no lighting except like just those little cheapy lights. They don't really work. So finish it, you know, close it all up nice, insulate it, because these things you can just pop off and that's about it. Put that like nice carpet, you know, that runs in right there with a nice piece of molding, and then finish this whole thing all white. This thing's gonna look good. Maybe put like a TV, a toolbox up there. This thing's gonna look good, boy. But here are the original colors right here on the Funko. So we're gonna get all this whole thing. He wants solid yellow. So getting this ready, we're gonna go head over to our local powder coat shop once I pull this front end off, and we're gonna start that. And this, guys, we finally fixed all the TVs in here for them, so they all work now. If you know you want to go through the dunes, watch some TV, you can do that now. And we're still cutting out all of, you know, a bunch of just the excess wiring and all the crap that's doesn't need to be bunched up in a ball. But got to get to work, got to get these cars done. So stay tuned. We got a lot more cars coming. We got tons of people getting scheduled in. For you guys that are like, I need to come, like when you guys want to schedule with me, like don't schedule with me like a week before New Year's or Halloween, because that's when I already got a ton of cars in. Give me some time, you know, give it a 2-3 week, a month is better, you know, 2 week to 3 week notice, which is good, but some people give me a month in advance. That's fine. You can give me a month in advance. So if you want to schedule, you can just either DM me at Eddie's Life, shoot me an email at eddieslife3500@gmail.com, and we can get your car scheduled. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it, hit that thumbs up button. Don't want to click subscribe. Peace.
Yeah.